Germany's invasion of Poland, the beginning of World War II. Introduction. On the morning of September 1st, Europe was shaken by the outbreak of war. German forces crossed into Poland, launching a coordinated and devastating military assault. This attack did not only change Poland's fate, it triggered the beginning of World War II, a global conflict that would involve dozens of nations and claim tens of millions of lives. In this documentary, we will examine why Nazi Germany invaded Poland, how the invasion unfolded, and why this event became one of the most important turning points in modern history. Europe after World War I. To understand the invasion of Poland, we must look back to the aftermath of World War I. In 1919, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. The treaty imposed severe penalties. Germany lost large areas of territory, its military was drastically reduced, and it was ordered to pay massive reparations. These conditions pushed the country into economic collapse, widespread unemployment, and deep national resentment. Throughout the 1920s and early 1930s, many Germans viewed the treaty as unjust and humiliating. This anger created fertile ground for radical political movements to gain support. The rise of Adolf Hitler. In 1933, Adolf Hitler rose to power as Chancellor of Germany. Soon after, he transformed the country into a totalitarian state under Nazi rule. Hitler's ideology was based on extreme nationalism, militarism, and territorial expansion. He promised to restore Germany's strength, rebuild its army, and reclaim lands lost after World War I. Central to his vision was the idea of expanding eastward to secure land and resources. Germany began rearming, first secretly, then openly, directly violating the Treaty of Versailles. One by one, Hitler challenged the international order, while European powers largely avoided confrontation. Growing tensions with Poland. Poland soon became a major target of Nazi ambitions. A key issue was the Polish Corridor, a strip of land that gave Poland access to the Baltic Sea, but separated East Prussia from the rest of Germany. The city of Danzig, now Gdańsk, was predominantly German-speaking, but placed under Polish control after World War I. Hitler demanded the return of Danzig and the right to build transportation routes through Polish territory. Poland refused, fearing that any concession would lead to the loss of its independence. Poland, however, was not alone. Britain and France had pledged to defend it in the event of a German attack. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. In August 1939, Germany made a shocking diplomatic move. It signed a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union, known as the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Publicly, the agreement promised peace between the two ideological enemies. Secretly, it included a protocol dividing Eastern Europe into German and Soviet spheres of influence. Poland was to be partitioned between them. This pact removed Hitler's fear of a two-front war and gave him the green light to attack Poland. The invasion of Poland, September 1st, 1939. At dawn on September 1st, 1939, German forces invaded Poland from multiple directions. The assault began with heavy air bombardments, followed by artillery fire and rapid ground advances. Germany employed a new tactic known as Blitzkrieg, or lightning war. This strategy relied on speed, surprise, and close coordination between tanks, aircraft, and infantry. Although Polish troops resisted bravely, they were heavily outmatched. Germany's superior technology and overwhelming force quickly broke through Polish defenses. Civilians under fire. Polish cities were bombed, infrastructure was destroyed, and civilian populations were thrown into chaos. Roads filled with refugees attempting to escape the advancing German army. Despite determined resistance in certain regions, Poland could not slow the German advance. Within days, German forces were closing in on Warsaw and other major cities. As the Soviet attack from the east. On September 17, 1939, while Poland was still fighting German forces, the Soviet Union invaded from the east. Now trapped between two powerful enemies, the Polish army faced an impossible situation. Organized resistance soon collapsed. Germany and the Soviet Union then divided Polish territory according to their secret agreement. The fall of Poland. By early October 1939, Poland was fully occupied. The Polish government escaped into exile, and the nation ceased to exist as an independent state. Western Poland was annexed by Nazi Germany, while eastern regions fell under Soviet control. The occupation brought mass repression, forced labor, arrests, and the destruction of Polish political and cultural life. Britain and France enter the war on September 3rd, 1939. Britain and France declared war on Germany. Although they did not immediately launch large-scale offensives, their decision transformed the conflict into a world war. The Second World War had officially begun. Why the invasion of Poland matters. The invasion of Poland was not just a military campaign. It was a warning to the world. It demonstrated how unchecked aggression, failed diplomacy, and appeasement could lead to catastrophe. It also revealed the terrifying effectiveness of modern mechanized warfare. This single invasion set the stage for 6 years of global destruction and reshaped the course of human history. Conclusion. Germany's invasion of Poland in 1939 marked the true beginning of World War II. It destroyed Polish independence and plunged the world into one of the darkest chapters of the 20th century. Studying these events reminds us why peace, diplomacy, and historical awareness matter, so that such tragedies are never repeated. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.